welcome to this Prenatal Pilates flow and stretch workout. This workout is suitable for all trimesters. I'm currently in my third trimester, so it is going to be a slightly slower paced workout. But you can do this wherever you are in your pregnancy. If you're having a tough day, it's just good to move your body. So you don't need any equipment, just yourself and a mat, and let's get ready to go. We're going to start in a box position. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're going to begin with a cat-cow. So start by exhaling through pursed lips, round through the spine, drop chin to chest, hug baby in. And as you inhale, release. Come into a neutral spine, maybe a very slight extension, pressing your chest forward. And then again, exhale, round the spine, angry cat. Inhale, release to neutral, very slight extension. Think about drawing those shoulder blades apart as you round through the spine. And bring it back through neutral. Now we're going to do the same thing, but as you round the spine, circle the ribcage around to the right. For 4 big circles here. Just working out any sticky spots. And once you finish that 4th circle, reverse it to the left. Bring it back into neutral on that last one. And I just want you to keep your knees where you are. Take your heels out to the side and then send your hips back. Just finding a little bit of a stretch and opening up through those hips. Back through neutral one more time. And send those hips back. Try and lift your hips maybe up towards the ceiling a little bit more behind you. Just breathe into it. And bring it back into neutral. We're going to do our opposite arm to leg reach. So right arm and left leg will extend out. Press that palm and pinky finger. Slowly bring it back in. And change. And try to keep everything still through the body. The slower you make this, the more control you're going to need. Remember, you still control your movements. Don't let them control you. Let the head drop, remain in that neutral spine. When you stretch the arm and leg out, make sure arm and leg are in a long line from your head to your toe. And release. Now we're going to take your left leg back behind you. We're just going to lift it up and tap it down. Lift and lower. Now think about pulling baby in, pressing through your palms and pinky fingers. Keep reaching that leg as long as you can behind you. Stretch the back of the knee. Hold that leg up, little pulses up, up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex your foot. Bring that heel up to the ceiling. We're going to lower the knee down and lift it back up. Lower it down and lift it up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. As long as you feel good, we're gonna add a kneeling squat. So we're gonna lift the heel, lower it down, press up to a kneeling position and come back down. So we lift the heel up, lower it down, lift, and lower. Now, if that's not happening today, just keep lifting that heel up and down. You can omit the squat. And 2. Last one, we're gonna hold it here. Bring those hands behind your lower back towards your chest, up towards where the ceiling meets the wall. Taking into a nice deep breath. Breathe into your chest, into your belly. And then release. Come back into 4-point kneeling. This time we just change the other leg. So extend the other leg back. It'll be my right leg this time, so we're gonna lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keep pressing through those palms. Hug baby in. And stretch that leg as long as you can behind you. Let's do one more. So hold that leg up, little pulses here. Little lift, little lift. Last 2 and 1 to flex the foot. Curl the heel in. We're gonna drop that knee down. Lift the heel up. Lower the knee. Lift the heel. You can either stay here or add the kneeling squat. So we're gonna lift the heel, bring the knee down, press up and lower. Lift the heel, drop it down, lift up and lower. Make sure you're really squeezing the glutes at the top here, thrusting those hips forward. Do one more. Hold it here at the top. This time bring those hands behind your lower back and just open up a little bit further into the chest and shoulders. And when you're ready, you can release. All right, come on down. We're now gonna drop onto one side, so just go ahead and mirror me. We're going to bring one leg forward, one leg back, so you make a figure 4 position with your legs. Then we're gonna take your hand that's closest to the floor, replace it with your other hand, and then wrap that other hand around to your shoulder. So we're gonna drop our shoulder towards your opposite hand. So we have a single arm push-up. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Should be getting quite difficult now. Last one. Push up, come out of it carefully. Bring that hand over and lift up and over for your mermaid stretch. Relax that shoulder away from your ear, lengthening out through your neck. Then bring it back down. This time we will come down onto our forearm. Keep this bottom knee bent and extend your top leg. Your top arm is going to reach overhead and we're going to try to tap our hand to our knee and lower. Lift and lower. Cinching into that waistline just a little bit. Coming into our last one to reach and hold, and then bend that top knee. Now we're just gonna open that top knee up and drop it back down. Think about keeping that waistline lifting. Watch that you don't drop and sink into the floor. Keep that ribcage lifted. If you're really uncomfortable here on your forearm, drop all the way down onto your side. You can always place a few cushions or a towel underneath your belly. So resist that knee lifting. Really feel those lateral rotators engaging to open that knee. And last one, hold it there. Little pulses up. Squeeze, squeeze. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, 2, release. Give a little karate chop out. Come on down onto your side and reach your hands forward. Keep those legs stacked. You're in a chair position with the body. That top arm is just going to circle overhead, painting a rainbow, and then circling back overhead. Try to keep your arm long and try to keep your fingertips quite close to the floor. So you just feel a gentle opening through the chest into thoracic spine and through that top shoulder. Let's just do one more. And bring it back through center. Carefully take your time to push yourself up. And then we'll just swing our legs around and come into a seated position here. Now we're gonna go into our C curve, so feet flat on the floor. Hands will go behind the backs of your thighs. Sitting up as tall as you can on your sit bones. Tuck the tailbone under, roll back around through the spine, hug baby in. Then release and restack the spine, sit up tall on your sit bones. Tuck the tailbone under, roll back onto the back of the sit bones. And then release and restack the spine. So your hands are going to help you come back up. Also feel a little stretch through those shoulders. We're going to do 2 more here. And last one. To come all the way back up. Now I'd like you to come down onto your forearms here. So before we do the other side for your push-ups, we're going to keep our knees bent. We're going to drop one knee down towards the floor and then bring it back up through center. Your challenge is to keep the leg that's not moving very still. Inhale to lower it, exhale to lift it. I want you to feel everything, feel like it's squeezing back into the midline of the body. Keep pressing out of those forearms. If you're uncomfortable, you can always grab a few cushions to use as a prop to support your upper body. You can either stay here or add the extension of the legs. We drop the knee out. stretch the leg long, turn that knee back up to the ceiling and slide the foot back in. Other leg, drop the knee out, slide the leg long, turn it back into parallel, slide it back in. We'll just do one more on each side, finishing that last 1 or 2 reps. And then carefully drop onto one side and come back up. So now we're ready for the second side. Come into that figure 4 position with your legs. So that hand that's on the floor, we're gonna replace it with our other hand and then take that underneath hand to your shoulder for your single arm push-up. Here we go. We're gonna drop it down and press out of it. Dropping your shoulder towards the floor and press out of it. Let's just do one more. All the way back up, other hand down, and push yourself up. Let's take it into a nice release to the other side. Mermaid stretch, relax that top shoulder, open up through the side. And when you're ready, we just release that hand down and come down into our forearm. This bottom knee stays bent and we keep this top leg, we extend this top leg, reach that top arm long, and then we're going to reach hand to knee. So we lift the leg and lower, lift the leg and lower. And last one. And bring that top leg in. Now we're just gonna lift that top knee, open it, and close it. Open it, and close it. Resist that top knee lifting. Feel that squeeze into the rotators of your hip here. Or you can always lie down onto your side if you need to. Just watch that ribcage doesn't drop, keep it lifted. On this last one, we're gonna hold that knee up and take little tiny pulses, pressing that knee up towards the ceiling and back behind you. Let's do 2 more pulses, lift and squeeze, and release the knee down. Let's carefully lie all the way down onto your side, reaching your hands forward, bringing those knees in front of your hips. Feet underneath your knees, and we circle this top arm all the way around, painting a big rainbow, opening up to the chest and top shoulder, and then bringing that hand back overhead and restack the hands. Just try to keep those hips stacked. Try to keep that arm long, fingertips quite close to the floor. And let's just do one more. And bring it back, and we'll release. Carefully push yourself up. Take your time. And then we're going to come into a straddle stretch. So bringing feet to the corners of your mat, and we're just going to walk our hands forward, keeping your knees pointing up to the ceiling. Maybe you could even come on down to your forearms here. Breathing into it here. And letting it all go. One more deep breath. And then carefully push yourself back up. We are going to cross our legs to sit up tall on our sit bones. And we're just going to finish with some deep breathing, engaging through your pelvic floor on your exhale. So I'd like you to inhale through the nose, breathe into your belly, your back, and your sides. On your exhale, think about engaging that pelvic floor, drawing it in and up, and just slowly releasing all that air out the pursed lips. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. Engage that pelvic floor, drawing it in and up. It's like you're resisting going to the bathroom. And again, inhale. And exhale. Two more. Last one. And release. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that workout. No matter where you are in your pregnancy, it just feels good to move. So let me know if you have any questions, comments, and I will see you next time for another amazing workout. Bye.